Welcome back. The Mountain State's ESG crackdown. West Virginia now banning Citigroup, TD Bank, HSBC, and the Northern Trust Company from entering into tens of billions of dollars worth of contracts over environmental policies. Leading the charge, West Virginia State Treasurer Riley Moore, who joins us now. Treasurer, welcome. You determined these banks are actively engaged in boycotting the fossil fuel industry, so you're boycotting the banks. Do you think other states are going to follow you?
Yes, well, and thank you so much for having me on. This is the second round of this that we have done. When we first established what's called the restricted financial institution list, we actually listed BlackRock, JP Morgan Chase, Morgan Stanley, Wells Fargo, and Goldman Sachs. This is our second round of this, and where we found these banks to be boycotting the fossil fuel industry. And really what this is a conflict of interest. Our state here in West Virginia, we love fossil fuels. That's what we do here. We generate nearly $1 billion in what's called severance taxes from those fossil fuels. And we got a $4.7 billion budget. That's a large chunk of that. So we're trying to alleviate ourselves of that conflict of interest where they're trying to diminish those funds through ESG, and we're trying to protect them.
It's so funny, Riley, that you mentioned BlackRock because Larry Fink has backed off of ESG policies. They don't even want to call them that anymore because there's a lot of backlash with clientele and just generally public relations for them within this matter. But let me play devil's advocate, because the other side is going to say, well, these are burgeoning industries. You know, they're a sign of the future to come. We're investing in them to have a long-term sort of growth plan. What would your counter argument be to that?
My counter to that is they can invest in whatever they want, but to have prohibitive and discriminatory language in place as it relates to legal industries like coal, gas, and oil in this country does not make any sense, particularly when you look globally at the markets right now. China's building new coal-fired power plants. India's building new coal-fired power plants. Indonesia is building new coal-fired power plants. The world last year, actually, in reality, burned more coal than any time in human history. That is a fact. So that doesn't sound like a market that's diminishing to me. That sounds like a market that is growing to me, and one that the United States should certainly be involved in. So to me, that doesn't make any sense. And look, we don't want any special favors for fossil fuel industry. If it's good investment, make it. If it's not, don't do it, but don't discriminate.
I want to talk about potentially not good investment, one that you highlighted on your X page. It was a Washington Post article saying that they've taken about $7.5 billion from taxpayers, and it produced only 7 charging stations in 2 years. Where is the outrage about taxpayer money being so wastefully spent?
Oh, well, that's exactly right. So there's your special favors, right? Through the Inflation Reduction Act, which I actually call the Inflation Production Act, which has added a lot to inflation here in this country. Billions of dollars spent to just produce a few charging stations. And by the way, when they're trying to transition us away from these fossil fuel industries, what's going to charge the cars? It's coal. Coal is going to charge the cars. And, you know, this is why this whole thing is just nonsense. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. The United States should be an energy superpower. We should be an energy superpower and a net exporter of our fossil fuels to be able to leverage our position here in the globe instead of this self-inflicted wound that we're doing. I mean, their policy is literally to make China great again. What we're focused on is trying to make America great again here in West Virginia.
Treasurer, you make a lot of sense. Thanks for being with us. Good luck to you on your plan to get these banks to think about, you know, returns instead of all this woke investing. We appreciate it.
And you know what else is
Thank you
fascinating? He also brought up China and India.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. It's also something that we talked about at the beginning of the show.
You can't do anything about this without those guys.
Emissions would have gone down had it not been for China and India. So we are doing our part, and as we said, always more to do. But we have to get everyone on board, and you don't need special favors. You just want to play a fair playing game for capitalism and innovation to come in and the markets to decide.
And I was really happy he made that nuance that it's actual discrimination against the fossil fuel companies. You don't see China or India discriminating against any of their businesses at home, but that's what we do here somehow. And he doesn't want that to be a practice, which I think is fascinating.